all in. I've heard you use that term all night. You're full of man. I got you busted right from the beginning.
Some people are just awful, especially on Bar Rescue. Today I'm going to cover the worst customers to be appeared on Bar Rescue forever. Welcome back to Finale. Let's get into the video. Overboard Drinking. What every frequent bar visitor hates are rowdy drinkers, people who get drunk out of their minds and then proceed to terrorize every person who is present in the bar. An episode on Bar Rescue also witnessed and that managed to catch it all over camera and all the consequences it had. Taffer, the host, was observing the cameras in the car, which was parked outside the bar. In the recording, you saw the bar owner who was serving her drink after drink even though he was not supposed to, as it was quite obvious that it was getting out of control. Now for Taffer, his thought process is that it is the bartenders who should make sure that their customers don't go overboard by drinking. Once Taffer realized that the situation had got out of hand, he rushed into the bar to deal with it, as he was concerned that the woman would drive herself home in her drunk state and hence endanger everyone who was on the road as well as herself. Before the host went down to the bar, the drunk customer was causing havoc by disrupting other tables as she kept approaching their customers. Moreover, she was also making weird noises and basically throwing tantrums all over the bar and kept demanding for more and more drinks. As a bar's owner, it was the responsibility of the bartender to put her in her place and call her a cab home before the lady drove any new customers away. However, when Taffer confronted the owner regarding this, he got a very lame and vague response, as the bar owner simply shrugged his head in regards to how much the woman had drunk. Once the woman was escorted outside, she kept screaming in her drunken stupor and simply caused more and more trouble and was even confronted by the police. But let's be honest, isn't this drama what we live for in reality TV?
You guys grow up and around here,
Okay.
but you have to respect me. If you can't respect me, we can't work together.
A brawl behind the bar. In this episode, a full-fledged brawl erupted within the bar and even blood was spilled. The start of the episode was pretty straightforward as people came into the bar and were simply drinking and chatting like they would usually do. However, one thing was different. There was an additional person behind the bar, someone who was not supposed to be there as she was not an employee. The girl who was behind the cashier's desk was a friend of another employee who had decided to take over the counter in her drunken state. She could be spotted taking videos and dancing and making various drunken noises, while all the other customers simply watched in utter shock. Then the situation escalated as she attempted to climb over the counter and create more problems. Eventually, in an attempt to take the girl away from the bar and all the mess she was causing, a brawl ensued. Two guys started fighting and screaming at each other in extremely loud noises and tones, thus garnering the attention of all the customers who were present in the bar. They were kicking and punching each other while calling each other extremely bad names and phrases. Many people intervened and told them to back. At one point, there were 4 people who were trying to hold back just one man. It was also shown that one of the men who was as involved in the brawl was bleeding profusely, and thus eventually the police had to be involved. That doesn't indicate the seriousness of the situation. We genuinely don't know what does.
In the bar. I've never seen that in 30 years.
It's my friend.
Storming into the kitchen. Even when we are cooking in our own homes, we absolutely hate it if someone walks in as if they own the place and start doing whatever they want. Now imagine that happening in a restaurant's kitchen where the customer walks in and does whatever they want with completely unsanitary hands. Sounds horrible, does it not? Well, this actually happened when a customer came in randomly and cooked his own chicken fingers in his own burger. And to top it all off, he even poured his own drink and drank it, and no one said a single word to him. The owners of the bar just witnessed the whole scene silently and let it all go down without any interruptions. The fact that the customer entered into with each such ease and the lack of hesitation clearly showed that he had done it before and was probably quite used to going around eating whatever he wanted from the kitchen at any time he wanted. Yes, of course, the owners were at fault for not exercising their authority, but imagine being that disrespectful.
You're an irresponsible ass, and my wife probably got sick because of you.
Public fights. This bar probably had the worst possible customer base and customer service that was witnessed on live television. The bar was serving alcohol to people who were under 21 and was even letting them get super rowdy and noisy. Moreover, they had absolutely no control over their customers and did not even have the proper security to help escort out the customers if they got too out of control. This led to the situation escalating very heavily, which resulted in random people hitting each other in the bar and even out in the street. This caused quite a heavy havoc and even broke things such as bottles of beer and the chairs present in the bar. Eventually, the people who were out of control, the police called on them, after which they calmed down a little and were eventually escorted away. So many people fighting and screaming aimlessly outside a bar, well, that must have been a sight to behold.
And I'll tell you one thing. You take one drink, I'll fire you in front of everyone.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.